what I do. And that is my way of actively it's almost like actively apologizing, I guess, on a daily basis. Is like, I can say the words, but to live in sobriety and to do good and to feel good and to know that I'm doing the next right thing all the time, best I can, at least. I mean, I'm a human being. I mess up, but I don't mess up with that. I don't mess up with alcohol. I don't mess up with drugs, because my whole life will fall apart again. When I have all of that, just like, and it can be gone so fast. So fast. All of this right here would be gone. I wouldn't have you. I wouldn't have my job. I would have my relationships with my family. I wouldn't have my health. I wouldn't have money in the bank. I would have nothing. And that sounds so drastic and so dramatic, right? Because you're just like, really? Like, that's why these, like, when people slip. But that's where it starts. For me, it would not be that. It never was that. It's not. I'm an alcoholic. That's not how it works for me. That's just the beginning of disaster and damage and destruction of everything that I worked for, and I'm not willing to do that. And so that's why, and I've never been able to say that before, because people will ask you, like, what's different this time? Why do you feel like now this is different? Why do you feel like, and I'm like, well, I can tell you how I feel. I can't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. I can't tell the future, but I can tell you, I for sure know that I have created a life for myself where I'm doing everything and anything that I can to ensure that I have the best people, I have the best place, I have the best job, and I have the best routine that I can to stay sober, that I will most likely, there would not be a reason for me to relapse, or anything could happen. But more likely than not, I'm safe, because I had to do the work to make that life for myself. And that's where I'm at today.
I think one of your biggest secrets that you don't tell people is this, because you have the best sexual relationship.
How did I know that you were going to find a way to put that into this?
You don't say it enough to people. I mean, it's probably because you come off like cocky and.
No, that is fantastic. Yes, but that's not the point of why I'm having this talk. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Life is good, and I will continue to do what I'm doing every day to maintain the sobriety that I have, and I'm pretty confident that things are going to continue to get better.
Well, thanks for kind of giving us a glimpse into what your story is going to look like when you do tell it one day.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and it was my pleasure to sit across and just stare at your beautiful face for an hour.
Oh, thank you.
It was a good time.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot. You did mention multiple pathways, which we have links if people are like, whoa, what do you mean multiple pathways? Oh, you mean like NA and AA, Life Ring. I mean, there's a ton of them, but there's a link to quite a few of them at our website, 217recovery.com. So if you're interested in, maybe AA and AA, maybe some that you're doing isn't working for you, check out different things and maybe mix them up, do them all if it keeps you sober, man. That's really the bottom line. But do something that you're going to have fun in, something you feel comfortable with, and where you can meet people that are like-minded and, just have a good time. Being in recovery is something you don't have to hang your head about. This is a good life. Mm-hmm. We've made decisions to change our life for the better.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong about that.
Yeah.
And I'll scream that all day long. So don't beat yourself up. And if you need help, there are links. If you're a family member or friend just listening, trying to help a friend out or loved one, reach out to us. We're always here. There are places too and our resources you can reach out to if you need to. We'll point you in the right direction, that's for sure. That's 217recovery.com. Download the app if you have an Android. Still working on the Apple thing. But get on the Android, Google Play Store, and then 217 Recovery and install the app. We really appreciate it. And we will talk to you again on Tuesday. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for your support.
Good night, everybody.